Okay, good. Game is on screen. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Alright. Perfect. Perfect. Audio seems okay, too. Real quickly. Yeah. This might be better. Let me see. Oh yeah, definitely better. Definitely better. Alright, real quick. Okay, good, good. All that's set up. Alright. Hi everybody. How's it going? Hope everybody's having a great Friday, or a great Saturday morning, wherever you are viewing this in the world. Alright, so, before I begin, this is the multi-game streams that I was bringing up earlier. So, this is something I did on Twitch for the longest time. So, the way I'm going to do it on YouTube is going to be different. And I'm hoping I can make it work. So, for those of you watching, you can look at the description of this stream. And from there should be a full list of games I currently play, as well as the command next to it. So, how this works is I play a game for a good 2 hours, and then I move on to the next game, and then the game after that after another 2 hours have passed. So, primarily I play 3 games within a stream, and those 3 games are 2 hours each. Sometimes I go into overtime with those games, so on and so forth, but my streams are normally from 4 to 6 hours, at most. So, yeah. Also, this may look confusing for some of you once I get started, but do bear with it, please, because all the VODs, as well as the progression for the games I'm currently playing, I'm currently moving them from Twitch to my YouTube channel, so the VODs will be made available soon enough. I am going to see if I can try to get them available by April. So, yeah. With that being said, the schedule for games today. I'm going to start with some Frostpunk. Then I'm going to play Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. And then to end it off, we will be playing some Monster Hunter Wilds. Those will be the 3 games scheduled for today. However, for any of you who want to see me play something else outside of what I have planned, the game request list is in the video description of this stream, and I'll switch to said game within the next 2 hours. So, yeah. Any questions as far as how this will work, you can ask here. Otherwise, yeah. Think of this as like a experiment of sorts. Testing the waters. And this won't be the only day I do it. I'll be doing this for both tomorrow and Sunday respectively. So, yeah. With that being said, again, I hope everybody's having a great Friday. Better than mine, of course. And I hope that everybody is having a good Saturday morning wherever you are viewing this in the world. And yeah, grab yourself something to drink, grab yourself something to eat, make yourselves comfortable, and yeah, let us begin. Oh yeah, one last thing is, for these streams, they are not going to be public after the stream ends. I'll probably put them as unlisted. So for those of you who are part of the Discord, we'll be able to rewatch this at your leisure. Otherwise, for everybody else, I'm going to be editing these VODs later and posting them as separate videos on the channel. So, future projects here and there. Alright, now let's get started for real. Now, this is the first Frostpunk stream on YouTube, of course, so I'll catch everybody up here with my progression. So, I did New Home. I attempted and beaten New Home. I have done Ark. I've done the Arks. I have done Refugees. Multiple streams. I have done the Fall of Winter Home. And multiple streams. And very recently, as far as my progression goes, I have beaten The Last Autumn. So, we are on the final one now for the scenarios. And if we can beat this one, I think what we'll do is we'll go straight into Frostpunk 2, unless if there's anything else you all want to see me play in this game in particular, like survival mode, endless mode, what have you. And for those of you new to the series, this is basically a city building survival game. We're trying to survive the harsh winters with what you can find. Okay. On the Edge. After the Great Storm has exposed an army warehouse, we are sent from New London to set up an outpost there. Times are changing. What will be our role in the coming thaw? Alright, let's get into it.
They say the snow is dead, but we've learned to the contrary. Snow is ever-changing, unstable, restless. We survived the Great Storm. It took away a lot from us. Still, it gave us something in return. Tempestuous winds brought relics of the past to light. Ones that can bring hope for the future. Our assignment was simple. Arrive at the site, build a reliable camp, and create a stable chain of supply. In return, we'd get food and necessities. A square deal. But deals have this peculiar quality. Just like the snow, they tend to change.
Okay. We are the Outpost team. The Great Storm has uncovered an underground army warehouse from times before the evacuation. New London sent us here to build an outpost and gather any resources we find. We must rely on New London for food. There are no animals to hunt here, and the ground is solid rock. Thankfully, the weather is fine for now, so we should survive without the generator until we have other ways of heating. Okay, so it's going to be similar to the Fall of Autumn, in the sense we don't start with a generator. Ooh, that's not a lot to work with. We know what to do. Our first task is to clear the road to the warehouse and start gathering steel. And, of course, let's not forget to set up some tents. The night is going to be cold without a generator. Alright, let's see what we got to work with here. Lots of wood. Definitely lots of wood to work with. Now, as far as... who do we got? Who do we have here? 50 workers and 15 engineers. Okay. And this is the army warehouse, so we have to collect the steel wreckage. Okay. What do we have to work with? Tent, medical post, of course, cookhouse. There's no means of getting food because it's all coming from New London, so food is going to be a problem no matter what. Gathering post, we can have those. Okay. We have 30 wood and 5 steel. Okay. Alright, I want to make one workshop. And then let's get a gathering post. Okay, let's see if I can let's take away the road. And let's get a gathering post here. And then from there... Alright, we don't have the... I know I took out the road. I can try to... I do want to gather, definitely. We need to get people here for sure. Okay, there is some coal piles. We can't really use the coal yet without any forms of heating. So let's see what we can do here. Okay, here we go. Braziers. Okay, so that'll be another form of heating until we can unlock the generator. We want faster gathering, but we don't have enough wood. Okay. Get some people here. Okay. Yeah, faster gathering for sure. Okay, get in touch with New London. Now we need to rebuild the transport depot so we can get supplies shipped from New London before food runs out. To get in touch with them, an outpost administration will be necessary. Alright, let's provide some roof. Provide some shelter. What's this? Let's see. Oh yeah, an administration. Should be paused. Let's see. We can build the road to the warehouse once this is all taken care of. Outpost administration. We definitely need to build that. I think right here is the best spot for it. Okay. Okay, we can't make any laws either. Good to know. No shipments to send. We need to get the warehouse going. Alright, one cold night, unfortunately. It is what it is. It'll take a little bit before I can get everything situated. Good. We got that going. Now we need to get... Let's get this going. Okay, in the meantime... Okay, steel wreckage depleted. Perfect. Now we need to get that built. That should connect. Alright, that should get everything situated as far as the warehouse. And then the transport depot. Transport depot. Transport depot. Right here. Razors. This is New London, over. Contact New London. Okay. Okay, and then for people, let's see what we can do here. How big is the... How big are these? Not that big. Let's see here. Let's focus on heating right off the bat. Otherwise... Okay, we have a place for a coal mine, which is awesome. We're gonna need that later. Here, 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 and here. Okay. Good day, Outpost 11. Well done with the progress so far. We'll send you the first food shipment soon. Now that the operation is established, we await the first batch of steel from your outpost. In the meantime, we are dispatching a group of clerks to run the outpost administration. Your children will arrive with them. They are surely eager to rejoin you. Remember that we can always assist you with any problems. We have to talk. Okay. What is our task again? Your task is to explore the warehouse and retrieve as much steel as possible. We expect at least one shipment every few days. We will be sending you food every day. We better get back to work then. Alright, and then let's address the problem here. Okay, so that's the problem. So if I request more resources... Okay, so if I request more resources from them, their favor falls. Okay. So we have no control over the law system. We can't get food, unless if it's from New London. Steel is a primary necessity this time too. And coal is not going to be until later when I can actually build a generator. Okay. This is odd. There must have been some misunderstanding. Our children were not supposed to join us. Certainly not so soon. It won't make things any easier for us. Well, it's too late to return them back, and at least New London promised to also send food our way. Hopefully they'll keep to the schedule. Oh, right. Let's get a road built for... Yeah, let's at least get a road built for this. Let's get this built too. That should do the trick. That should bolster the hope we have. Let's see. Okay, 40 raw food. Alright. Eating station should be... We'll put it here. For now. Okay, so gather steel. Okay. No, where's the... Sir, the clerks sent by New London to run the outpost administration are here. They brought our children with them. Many of our people are really upset because it looks that our kids were neglected. They haven't enough warm clothes, and some of them caught a cold on the way. But now that they are here, we can take proper care of them. Okay. I think the next thing I'm going to have to do is build a medical outpost. Ooh, that's bad. Okay. Take this away, and we are definitely going to want to get more steel. Okay. Nope, don't have it yet. Good. Wooden ruins are being taken away. Good. Heaters researched. Oh, and there's no other way to get... So this is our only cash cow for steel. So there's no other way to get steel here. Okay, I need 40 wood. Okay, let's get some coal piles collected. A trove of steam cores. Sir, we have great news. The warehouse contains an unknown but very large number of steam cores. We immediately sent the news to New London and await instructions. In the meantime, we might try to haul at least some of them to the surface. This will require stopping the steel extraction for some time. Okay. But we need more steel. Let's see. I can't turn it. Actually, yeah, I can. Let me just halt this. Alright. We've heard that a cache of steam cores was found in the warehouse. This is a very timely discovery. These devices are critically important for the security of our city. Please send a couple of steam cores with each steel shipment from now on. To help you ensure timely deliveries, you are hereby authorized to use emergency shifts if you encounter any obstacles to your progress. Talk to us and we'll find a solution. Understood. Okay, so... Oh, it's not... Okay. I'm going too slow here. To ensure the survival of the colony and boost key resources delivery rate from Outpost 11, the government of New London issues an act on the emergency shifts. From this day on, work shifts can be increased up to 24 hours. Okay. Gathering resource depleted. So we can just dismantle this building. Dismantle this building. Back to building the road. New research. Okay. Okay. Wooden supports. Allows us to use wooden supports to raise work efficiency in army warehouse. Each use of wooden supports will cost 50 wood and raise work efficiency in army warehouse by 50% for 12 hours. The hand carts might be better. I'll go with this. Okay. Let's see. One, two, and three. And let's make another brazier for right here. That should take care of that. Also, let's chop chop. Let's get this going. Otherwise, yeah, this should be fine. What do we got here? Oh, right, the scouts. I forgot about the scouts. Yeah, we should have enough time to... We should have enough resources to do that. It's been days since we arrived, and we still have only a general idea of our surroundings. Let's send out scouts to look around and maybe gather some resources. Who knows what they will find. The Great Storm has turned the countryside upside down. Oh, there's no thinking about it. Let's do it right now. Okay, we got collapsed building, frozen den. Collapsed building first. Yeah, that should do the trick. A sawmill wouldn't really provide much wood, unfortunately, even if I were to do this. Oh, there's still a couple more. Okay.
Move, people. New London counts on us.
Off. Alright, alright, we have enough of this, so let's switch to the steam cores. Now that we have enough steel, let's get the steam cores. Good. Yeah, we need to get more wood. Swap to here. Get some wood for us. Oh boy. Sir, many people are gravely ill, and we don't have an infirmary yet. Should we ask New London to address this issue? Probably should, because I'm very low on wood. Hi, Precious. How's it going? Yeah. We can assist you in many different ways. What is your problem? What do you need? We need to tend to the gravely ill. We looked at the problem and we think we have a law that will help solve it. Thank you. Okay. To ensure the survival of the colony and to avoid congestion and health facilities during frost spells, the government of New London issues an act on the necessary improvement of healthcare. From this day on, all terminally ill will undergo radical treatment. Well, that's good. I'll be hunting in another couple hours myself. Okay, we got one steam core. High discontent. Sir, our people are discontented. They are arguing and complaining. Maybe we should talk to ask London to help with this issue. Not now. We definitely don't want to keep abusing... We don't want to abuse it. We definitely don't want to abuse it. We definitely don't want to abuse what New London is offering. Okay. Stonewall? No. Frozen Den. Let's do that. Yeah, let's do that. First shipment is ready. Sir, the first shipment is ready to be sent to New London. Visit the outpost administration and ask the clerks to open a communication line for you. You will be able to dispatch the shipment then. Let's see. Okay. That should take care of that. We acknowledge the dispatch of your first shipment. Well done. These steam cores mean a lot to our people. We are pleased to let you know that we plan to send you food shipments every day. Just keep these steam cores and steel coming. If the supplies you provide are deemed insufficient, we will have to think of some consequences. And remember, if you run into problems, let us know and we'll look for a solution. Ooh. The ire rises. Sir, the news that New London is pleased to tell us that they'll keep sending us the food they owe us spread among our people, causing a lot of resentment and anxiety. And the vague consequences they threaten us with shall we fail to please them, further fanned the flames of outrage. All everyone is talking about now is how we should use the steam cores and help us first, since we found them and have no generator, unlike folks in New London. I can't disagree with that. Okay, we can get more steam cores later on, of course. Yeah, we can't make a medical outpost yet. We definitely need more. Yeah, rest in peace. Yeah, thought so. Okay. We can turn these off now. Okay.
Get a move on. There's work to do.
Okay, let's see if we can... No. Communication line. Communicate, here we go. There we go. Funeral economy. To avoid unnecessary spending of resources, the government of New London issues an act of handling human remains. All funerals are hereby postponed until a later date. Meanwhile, all bodies should be preserved in the snow pits. You guys are idiots. Why? What? Of all the things to make, why a snow pit? That is unnecessary. Frozen Den. No country for living beings. A terrifying and sad place. An animal that lived here was for a long time, feeding on the prey hunted in the area. After searching the cave, we found the predator, a bear mother with young cubs. They are lying huddled together in the farthest corner of the cave. They did not survive the great storm. That's sad. That's sad. Okay, that's transport. That is sad. Alright, let's get the medical outpost built. Right here. And then let's get a coal thumper built. Actually, wait. No. Wood is a bigger problem for sure. So dumb. The fact we have to make a snow pit. No. Let's build it right here. And then... let's see, can I... yes, I can. Perfect. Sound glitch? Okay, there's the medical outpost. And then for here... okay. Okay, another 10 hours. Oh wait, we got steam cores now, so we can swap back to some steel. Since we got... alright, we can go about making steel now, so we need 100 more steel. Ooh, okay. Call us hope. We knock and armed people answer the door, but they lower their weapons when we assure them of our peaceful intentions. We soon find out that we are their last hope. They are emaciated, hungry, and sick, and their supplies are running out. We learn from them that previous inhabitants of this place were killed by wild animals. Well... we may as well just escort them at this point. Okay. Yeah, I can't really do anything about the... yeah, I can't do anything about that, sadly. Depleted, so we need more wood. Okay. Sir, workers unloading the shipment of food from New London noticed that it's quite a bit smaller than expected. The news is, of course, all over the outpost, causing much anxiety and anger among our people. Let's hope this is just a mistake, not a sign of trouble at home. Okay. A woman is sitting in the snow pit holding her dead husband's hand, crying her heart out. Perhaps you should have agreed to give people proper burials after all. They did it, not me. Bury him. Oh boy. We're sorry to inform you that due to circumstances beyond our control, your food supply will be reduced until further notice. We assure you that the shipments will return to the agreed size as soon as possible. We hope this inconvenience will not impede your progress. We expect you to keep the shipments on schedule. Keep up the good work. And you don't have time to talk either. Of course you don't. Okay. New research. Okay, let's get drawing boards. Okay. Here, and no, that should be fine. Let's get this built, and yeah, that should be fine.
Attention! Work shift is over.
Oh, there's no coal, that's why. How much? Oh, wait, we can... Let's ship that off. Okay, then we need 2 more. I think we're supposed to get 2 more. Yeah. Oh, right. Forgot. Remnants of a building. We'll do that. The lack of food is problematic, though. If we can get this researched, I can get the coal.
Bundle up. It's getting colder. Move, people. New London counts on us.
Okay. Alright. We need to get a coal mine set up. Okay, so far so good. Research. Yeah, medical post upgrade.
It's time to rest. You earned it.
Okay, that's 100 steel. We would love to eat here. Before the frost, there was probably a road here that led from the bay to the plains, and it must have been frequented since there was an inn beside here. The place was undoubtedly nice at the feet of the mountains, with a view of the ocean on the sea on the horizon. That's all we can guess from the ruins sticking out from under the ice. More steel is nice. Let's go for the fishery. Otherwise, we got steel. Let's switch to some steam cores. We definitely need steam cores. Death of overwork. One of our people died suddenly during an emergency shift. We don't know what happened, but it's likely it was a heart attack. No, we have to keep going. Okay, we got 1 steam core. Let's get a mine built. Let's get that built.
Hurry up, people. We have a quota to fill.
Okay. You guys don't have to work there anymore. You can go here. Okay. Otherwise... Actually, wait. How do we check the favor? Okay, it's right here. It's high. That's good. Alright. Okay, so we can't do anything about medical supplies with our current setup. Bunkhouse is nice, but it requires steel to make. Let's get this. Alright, we don't need to worry about steam cores anymore. Remains of fishermen's huts and tents are scattered among the ice. The wood is crushed to splinters. It won't be of any use to us. I knew there was food there too. Okay. There's your next shipment. It doesn't seem to have an end here. Here you go. Oh boy. Outpost 11, we have bad news for you. The rules governing your shipments are changed. From now on, food supplies will be sent only after you dispatch a shipment of steel and steam cores our way. We regret the necessity of taking such drastic measures, but they were deemed essential to facilitate timely delivery of critical resources. Oh boy. Yeah. That's not good. Alright. Are we rebelling against New London, I hope? Sir, our people are angry and anxious about the food situation. A group of experienced explorers is here to talk to you about a solution. By cutting our food supply, New London has shown that we can't rely on them. We need to have another source of food. Fortunately, our scouts reported signs of recent human presence in the south. Send them to investigate. This might be our lucky break. Frostland. Where's Frostland? You guys go over there. Alright. There's another outpost. Okay. Okay. Allows for both. Yeah, let's do that. And then let's put on a heater. Now for research here. Let's see. Okay, so We don't get the drill this time either, so we can't get wood any other way. I honestly want to get down to mechanical calculators so we can get the gathering here, but let's go with this one. Okay, so far so good. I'm gonna put it right here. That should do the trick. Okay, and we can't. Now we can. We don't have food right now, though. That's the only thing. Okay. To promote more constructive use of leisure time and raise long-term happiness of our people, the development of a special entertainment program was started by our top scientists. Meanwhile, a public house will be opened as a temporary measure. Okay. Right here. Boom. Alright, that should take care of that concern. How bad is it? Average. That's fine. Alright, so we got one core. And of course. Okay, another day. Another day until they get to Frostland. Let's go with efficient burners for this. Yeah, so far so good. Here. There. Yeah, food is a problem for sure. Alright, I can send the next shipment. Good. Okay, and there's no time limit from the looks of it. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's a time limit for this either. Okay. None of these I can make, unfortunately. Let's see. I need more steel. Okay. More scouts. Yeah, let's do that. It's as good as it's gonna get, unfortunately. Okay. Natural terrace, place with a view. The view is promising. The valley seems cozy by the Frostland standards and invites us to descend into it. There is nothing remarkable in the terrace itself. Well, not much I can really do about that. Alright. Yeah, I can't do anything about this content at the moment. A man assigned to an emergency shift has refused to work. He said that he's already worn out and he doesn't want to end up dead like one of his friends. Fuck it. Let him rest. Okay. I gotta build it a little farther in if I want to take advantage of the wood here. Secluded valley. People were here. Going further into the valley, we find the remains of a grove. A large number of stumps is all that's left of it. Someone cut it down, and not too long ago, we found some fresh chips under the snow. And we found a hot spring. Don't mind if I do. Alright, we're just missing... Okay, we don't have 5 people. Very problematic. And we need to fix the efficiency here. Okay. And then let's send another group of people. You go over here. That should take care of that. Alright, we'll be able to send the next set of supplies soon. It'll be... Okay, it'll be another 5 hours before we get anything as far as the Frostlands. Okay. We don't have enough engineers. Ooh. Okay, here we go. A gift of life. Amazingly, people live here, and not only do they grow their own food, but they're willing to share it. This enclave of life, clinging to a few hot springs, was settled after the Great Storm by people from the town which survived with the help of another city. They set up the hothouses here and planted the seeds, as they say, to pass the gift of life. They gave us some food as a gesture of goodwill, and are eager to trade more in exchange for help with expanding their settlement. Terrific. Okay, so how am I going to send a construction team to build a trading depot? Okay. This should help with food resources if we can survive that long. Now that we found a promising food source, we should form a construction team unit in the deposit depot and send them to Hot Springs to build a permanent trading depot. Alright, how do we do this? Units. Oh, we need 10 people. Okay. I'm gonna have to cut some corners. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to cut some corners. head on over. Okay. You guys head back. Alright, with this we should have an outpost. Workers are split thin. I can't really do much about everybody else.
Get a move on. There's work to do.
Not much I can really do about the passing of bodies. There's no food, and healing is a problem too. Is there a problem? You haven't dispatched the scheduled steel and steam cores shipments to us. To help you with fulfilling your duties, we grant you the right to introduce extended shifts. Understood. To ensure the survival of the colony and raise the resources delivery rate from Outpost 11, the government of New London issues an act on the extended shifts from this day on. Work shifts can be increased up to 14 hours.
Heads up. New law has been enacted.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Can't do anything involving that. Or this. They can't do anything here, so we're gonna have to...
Work's over for today. Time to get some rest.
These outposts need more assistance for sure. Okay. Build trading outpost. Okay, food autonomy. Sir, our people rejoice at the news of the food deal with the hot springs. We might still have to somehow return the favor, but we'll do it on our own terms. Okay. Oh. Hello, your people did a great job setting up the trading depot so quickly. Now we can start helping each other. We are sending you our surplus of food, and we can give you more if you provide us with resources necessary to expand our settlement. We'd be grateful if you could also assist us with improving our housing and healthcare. Okay. No. Okay. Now what do they want? A few lucky men. Inside we found a group of people huddled by a big stove. They say that they were rescued by Nansen from a whaling ship trapped in ice right before the Great Storm. The great explorer brought them here and ventured further north to study the changes brought to the world by the Great Storm. They survived thanks to a store of fuel and rations found nearby, which is now running out. Alright, let's escort them back to the outposts. And let's continue the work. Okay. They can't help but discontent, sadly. Okay. Okay, We commend you for finding another settlement and making initial contact with their representative. Their crops will provide a very timely aid to our food security. However, we have to remind you that all external connections and food distribution network are to be handled directly from New London. Immediately cease contact with Hot Springs and hand over the raw food you received. Excuse me? This is outrageous. No. 100% disagree with that. My settlement found food where you guys didn't provide enough food for us. There we go. People had enough. I would be as mad as they would be. Sir, people are rioting. They refuse to follow orders from New London. No more masters, chant the mobs. Enough is enough. A miner waves her mattock in the air. Bully bastards, she shouts. They treat us like dirt, abuse our kids, and now they want us to just give up our only hope for survival? No way. People have dragged the office workers from the outpost administration to kick them out of the outpost as they stand. Should we intervene to let the clerks prepare for their journey to New London? No. Let's see. Should we intervene to let the clerks prepare for the journey to New London? I say let them do what they need to. Okay. Oh wait, why does it look like that? Oh, okay, here we go. Yeah. You treacherous scum. Your outpost is officially disbanded, and you will all be tried for treason upon your return. You will have 3 weeks to convince us that you've changed your ways and wish to remain loyal citizens of New London. After that, you'll be hauled back in manacles, and may God have mercy on your souls. This was New London speaking, over and out. Bullets. Oh, right. What do we got? Seek help in Frostland. With the communications cut, there is no way for us to walk back from the brink. Even if our people cool down and have second thoughts about the whole independence declaration, we can only prepare to confront what we must assume will be punitive expedition coming from New London. For this, we will need much more manpower and resources than we have, so let's try to find more people in Frostland. Maybe there are other settlements like Hot Springs. It's also worth asking them for help. Difficult times. Harsh words were said. Reckless decisions were made. But we can't turn back time. We should now focus on searching Frostland in hopes of finding our other people out there. Alone, we have no chance against New London. Other than that, we just have to wait for their move. Hang on a second. Can I communicate with them? Alright, let's ask them for help. Okay. I'm sorry to hear that we were the cause of your clash with New London. If you help us, we might be able to support you later in your struggle. We'd be grateful if you could help us with setting up basic health care and building bunkhouses. We lack manpower and resources to do this by ourselves, and we dread that we won't survive another storm. Okay. Build basic home and supplies. Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay. Helping Hands. Yeah, we don't have that many people here either. Actually, no, we will in another hour or so. Okay, so we want to give... How much do we have? 80 wood, 119 steel. Let me see what we got here. Alright, so we want to do... This first, and this. Alright, and then... We no longer need cores. We need to make sure that each area here has what we need. And then let's get the bunkhouses built. Alright. You guys go this way, and you... head this way. Okay. Oh. Forgot. There we go. Bolster this. Alright, let me see here. Okay, we don't have... Okay. Oh boy. Now that New London no longer controls our affairs, many of our people say they feel free for the first time in their lives. True, we lost their guidance and support, but we gained independence. We don't have to do their bidding, ask permission to cook soup. We can pass our own laws and decide what to do. There's a petition to change the name of our settlement since we're no longer an outpost. Sure. Let's see. We'll go with Defiance. Oh, we get to... Okay, we don't have enough wood. Okay. So far, so good.
Brace yourselves. Cold is coming. Keep on. Head to your workplace.
Okay. 32 left. Okay. Alright, let me see what we got here real quick. We still need more... Okay. Alright. Deconstruct. Okay. Obviously, we're going to build that, and then resource-wise, just build it right here. And then... right here. You guys are on overtime.
Attention. Work shift is over.
Testimony of the past. We noticed some snow-covered shapes in a niche sheltered by the rock wall. After a while of digging, we uncovered several frozen bodies huddled together by a couple of broken sleds. Judging from their clothing and gear, they were scouts like us. We also found some valuable resources on their sleds. Obviously, I'm going to take that. And then head to the high pass. Oh, right. Yeah, let's see if I can find... Where are my other forms of resources? Yeah, I don't have enough. I don't have enough workers for either of these. Okay. Alright, that takes care of the medical stuff. Food is still a problem. Okay. Everybody's healing. Good. This will not last long, that is for sure. Alright, let's send some workers. And that should do the trick.
Get up, people. Our work won't wait.
Okay, and we got the radical treatment. I'm gonna go with. Let's do that.
New laws are in place.
This should help with rationing the food a little bit. Someone has left a note at the care house. It reads, "Thank you with all the work we have to do. It's so hard for families to properly care for an invalid. Places like this make life a little easier for us all. Glad we could help." End of science. The roof dome collapsed a long time ago, probably under the weight of snow, allowing the Arctic climate to complete the work of destruction. The great storm took the rest. There is nothing here for us. Okay. And let's go to the goods station. You guys. Busy trail. Apparently not only we found this pass to be a convenient way over the mountains, bonfire remains and other evidence attests that people camped here. However, they all seem old. Oh, that's just the transport. Never mind. Okay, that should do the trick. Your people want to build a medical post in our settlement. It is not necessary, in our opinion. We have our way of healing. The aura of the springs is a cure in it itself. We don't trust engineers and their mechanical way of thinking, and we'd rather not have them around. You can help us in many other ways. As you wish. I don't care if discontent rises. I mean, where else is our settlement going to get food? Okay, everything seems stable for now.
Rest your weary bones.
Okay. Pump renovation. And then we need to give them more people. We don't have enough people though, that's the only thing. Yeah, we don't have enough people. A lot of them, unfortunately... Yeah. Well, I guess so. Helping hands. And that should do the trick. So far, so good. Laws. Let's see what else I can do here. I guess I'll go for organ transplant. Good station. Nothing here. Move on. Whatever the warehouse contains does not belong to us, but, well, it no longer belongs to anybody. So we broke into it. As expected, we found some canned food and frozen meat inside. Both will be certainly very useful to us. Let's go for the isolated camp now. And then the other one should be good in another, like... Kolar of the Dead, or Kolar of the Dead. No respect for masters. If we had any doubts whether the bodies were thrown here deliberately, a sign at the entrance to the gully dispels them. No man will have rule over others for all time. Convicts of Frostland. These are probably bodies of the overseers who guarded convicts working on Frostland. And these cages were used to transport convicts from place to place. Okay. Let's go for the frozen sea first.
Get up, people. Our work won't wait.
Okay. Okay. This is urgent. We need your immediate assistance. A geyser has erupted, causing damage to the crops and many injuries among both ours and your people. The burn victims need advanced treatment to survive. We don't have the proper technology, and we ask ourselves if we should have. We never needed it before your arrival. We need to send the victims to you for treatment. Although it's dangerous due to severity of their burns and the distance, we await your answer. We'll take care of the victims. And while this is going on, let's get an infirmary. Let's get an infirmary built. I can't zoom in on the flag. I like to look at the flag. Okay. Sir, a fever is spreading among our people in Hot Springs, but the locals refuse to treat them in medical posts. They say that the fever is merely a consequence of our unnatural lifestyle, and offer some herbal remedies. We can threaten these nuts to make them listen to reason, or hope the outbreak will end. Let's hope it will pass. Let's be chummy with these people. Unless if there's something they're not telling us.
The workday is over. You're free to your quarters.
Okay. Okay, what do we got here? We have a lot of food, which is awesome. Now we just need to build... Okay, let's get the infirmary. Let's get the infirmary built. Nope. Let's get it built here. And then let's put it right here. Otherwise, how many tents do we have? 11. Well, okay. All right. We've heard that the burn victims have arrived to your settlement. After a long and exhausting journey, we are horrified to learn that almost half of them died on the way, and the rest is in critical state. Please help them immediately, or they will die too. Establishing a safe and fast connection between our settlements would help prevent such tragedies in the future. Our people might distrust technology, but we can see its uses. We offer you steady food shipments every 2 days if you build a safe route to us. Yeah. That sucks. Victims of the epidemic. After we took a closer look, it turned out that this is a quarantine center belonging to New London. Apparently our former home was affected by some epidemic that they tried to suppress, and they put the infected here, far from the healthy population. We decided to steer clear of this place before the guards noticed our presence. Carry on. We don't have any more... Yeah, we don't have enough engineers. Okay. This must have been a seashore before the sea froze during the storm. The sight is truly amazing. We can see some shape rising above the waves of the horizon. Shipwreck first, then the ghost ship. While the safe route is being established, we need to reduce the risk of the next eruption. Your engineers want to flood the caves to stabilize the flow. This shall stop eruptions and might give us bigger crops, but would also destroy the cave moss we are using as a mild sedative. We'd probably prefer to drill a borehole to lower the pressure. Eruptions will still happen from time to time, but such is the nature of this place. Drill the borehole. Upgraded transport depot. Okay, there's no upgraded depot. Oh. Okay. Alright. Alright, first of all, a difficult obstacle. We established that the crevice extends beyond the ice sheet, deep into the rock. It could be the result of tectonic movement, but rock might have cracked under the weight of the ice. It's so deep that pieces of ice thrown into it vanish without any echo. It is also quite wide. It would not be easy to cross it. I mean... Oh! Okay. convicts were widely used on Frostland to build generators, deceived by fake promises of amnesty and return home. Most of them were worked to death, carried on prison ships from one construction site to another. Some of them have rebelled, and those we met here were successful. They killed their guards, took over the ship, and set up their own settlement away from London's power. The hull of the ship, heated by steam boilers, protected them from the great storm. Hearing that we too have rebelled against our masters, they seem to warm up to us. Great news. Okay, let's go here. So what can they send us, basically? Okay. We don't have enough steel, and we don't have enough people. There we go.
Good day, people. Time to get busy.
We have 7 workers. Okay. We still don't have steel, though. We need more steel. Yeah, we need more steel. The frozen corpse of the driver is still inside. Such rovers were used to scout ahead of expeditions, but never alone. It's too dangerous to travel in Frostland in such small craft. This means that some convoy has passed here a long time ago, probably in a hurry. Otherwise, they'd have taken the body and to bury it. Wow. Is it? I wonder how far this goes. I'm very curious about how far this goes. Ooh. A cargo of shame. The ship carried hundreds of convicts whose bodies are still locked in cells, but the crew did not abandon them. We found their remains in their quarters. There's still plenty of food aboard. We could take it, although we can't be sure what was the cause of death of the crew and the convicts. We'll head back here, and then from there head back to Defiance, and then we'll look at these areas. Okay, let's see what we got here. Yeah. Mountain Pass. Yeah, we need more people. We do not have enough people for this. We definitely don't have enough people for this. Trailer wreck. Memory of Giants. Looking at the massive bulk of the trailer, we can't help but marvel at the power of the land dreadnoughts which roamed Frostland before the Great Storm, bringing scores of people north. Where was this convoy headed? Alas, we won't find out. The storm has erased all their traces. I'm wondering if that's a reference to, like, Winter Home. I'm very curious. 13 days. Okay, and then we have... Okay. But we don't have enough people. Otherwise we could do this. Yeah, that's problematic for sure. I don't have anything for... Yeah, I really don't have anything for this. That is the problem. I guess... But we don't have enough steel. Alright, we still need steel, though. The Lost Scouts. We found a camp and the bodies of members of a scout team. One of our people recognized his friends, who disappeared during the Great Storm. Apparently, after losing contact with New London, they built the camp to wait out the worst weather. We would like to bury them properly, for which we'll need some wood, and we kindly ask for your approval. Bury them and claim the camp. Oh, right. Yeah, we need more steel. We are pleased to report that everything went as planned. This place will serve as a great vantage point, as well as clear visual guide for future expeditions going between our settlements. This section of the safe route can be assumed as secure. Carry on. Okay. So we don't have wood. Alright, so we are low on wood and steel. Steel first, because steel is harder to get. Alright, let's see what we got here. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. How much do we need? 50. Okay. We still need more wood. Build a safe route. We are pleased to report that everything went as planned. This place will serve as a great vantage point as well as clear visual guide for future expeditions going between our settlement. This section of the safe route can be assumed as secure. Carry on. I guess this is next. Okay. Safe route, depot upgrade. Oh, we don't have enough steel. That's why. That's why. Okay. That's why. Okay. We need more steel.
Shake a leg. Our shift is on.
Alright, how much? There's the upgrade. Disband. Back to your stations. Okay.
Bundle up. It's getting colder.
First steps. Build a safe route. Well, there we go. We confirm that a safe route between our settlements has been successfully established. It will allow us to quickly respond to emergencies and give us the much-needed sense of stability. From now on, we will be sending you shipments of raw food every other day. We hope this route will benefit both our peoples greatly. Great news. However, the problem still remains, though. Fool's Gold. This is just a depression reaching all the way to the bare rock created by violent winds. One of the more striking testaments to the power of nature's forces, unleashed in the passage of the Great Storm. Obviously, we're going to send that back to Defiance. We're really grateful for all the work and supplies you provide. We'd like to ask you to solve an issue, though. Your people are disturbed by the sight of our dead, whose frozen bodies we stored to compost them later. They want to build a cemetery and bury them, like in the old times. This is not our way. We want to respect the wishes of our dead, to be returned to the circle of life, not trapped in the permafrost forever. We're already this deep in, so what's the point? Alright, let's see what we got here. Boom. Boom. We need more wood. But there's no more wood to gather. Dismantle. And then... let's get the sawmill here. And let's get building.
Shift over, people. Enjoy your free time.
The last research. In the caves, we came upon frozen human corpses torn apart by wild animals. By the bodies, we found boxes with documents containing the results of some scientific research we cannot comprehend. There is no trace of animals, and there is nothing of interest for us here. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Get this here. Okay. We still need to make infrastructure repairs and then helping hands.
Sun's up. Gird your loins for work, people.
Oh yeah, we're covered. Boom. Oh wait. And then helping hands again. Okay. Yeah, I don't really have anybody to work with here. Okay, disband. And then 5 more people. Alright. Here. Alright. And we might be going into overtime here. Only because of how this game can be. Fall from on high. Thick snow covers the broken walls and collapsed roof. Only masts with the old scientific equipment rise above them. What raw materials we could still find here are not worth the effort of wrenching them from under the ice. Sheesh. How many other forms of resources, like how many other places are there? We'll go with the Winterhome Ruins. Okay. build. Thanks to this trading depot you built, we can help each other survive. Good. What do we got here? Oh yeah, they still need more people. Which, unfortunately, we still can't provide. Okay. Monument of Ignorance. Those who managed to flee left long ago and have no idea what happened to them. Apart from some of the evacuated children who found shelter in New London, Winter Home has become a monument to the human ignorance and hubris. Its destruction is being completed by nature. The great storm covered the ruins with snow and ice. Only the regular pattern of mounds and depression remind us that this white shroud covers the work of human hands. Oh yeah, this is 100%. Oh yeah, this is 100%, like, this takes place after the fall of Winterhome, like, long after. That's insane. Last offices. Okay. Sir, one of our people in Hot Springs has died, and the locals want to use his body as crop fertilizer. Just like they do with their own dead. I have one of his friends on the line. Hello, sir. They want to compose Frank, who's sick bastards. Those sick bastards. Sir, please don't let them do it. They will take offense, but fuck their feelings. No. Like... You realize this is all thanks to them anyway. Like, why even... Why contest it?
Work's over. Rest your weary bones.
Okay. Your engineers found out that someone sabotaged one of the main pumps heating the hothouse. Some crops were lost, and it will take at least a day to resume food production. We believe this to be the doing of New London, or their sympathizers. We are anxious that if they do this again and cripple the food production, we might starve. To prevent this, we should work together even closer than before. Okay. Let's do that. Okay. Ooh. Oh boy. There's a lot of factions here. We will go inside. It turns out that the mining corridors reaching deep under the permafrost give shelter to dozens of children accompanied by a handful of old and frail people. The mining machines broke long ago. Now the coal is being extracted by kids whose small stature allows them to traverse the tunnels easily. The children are proud that they manage on their own and reject our suggestion to move. We can help them by improving their living condition in return for coal. Oof. Okay. We got so many resources. We gotta return with this stuff. Yeah. It's only gonna get colder. We don't really have a means to, like... That is problematic. Okay. Okay. Not enough. Not enough steel. Inconvenient truth. Sir, our team in Hot Springs report that repairing the damage from the geyser eruption, they found out that We are most likely responsible for this disaster. Apparently when we fixed the pumps, we disturbed the flow of water underground. Some locals already consider the eruption nature as punishment for bringing technology to hot springs. Well... we're already this deep in, so...
Work's over for today. Time to get some rest.
Okay. Weather should heat up in a little bit.
Sun's up. Gird your loins for work, people.
There we go. Alright. You guys head to the Dreadnought. Otherwise... oh, we don't have any steam cores, that's why. Okay. Your watchman caught an old man attempting to clog the steam pipes. We don't know why he tried to do it. He's been acting strangely, so maybe his mind is failing. But we can't rule out New London's involvement. Nevertheless, we ask you to forgive him in the name of peace and harmony between our people. I feel like the discontent level is bugging out a little.
Work's over. Rest your weary bones.
Okay. Oh yeah, we still need the steam core, that's right. We got enough food.
Sun's up. Gird your loins for work, people.
Alright, old man whom we together decided to let go repeated his sabotage attempt. He was under discreet observation, but we lost him for just a few minutes. He blew up one of the smaller pumps, killing himself and 3 of your people. Words can't express our grief at this loss. We hope you will not hold the actions of a lone madman against our whole community.
Shift's over. Get some rest, people.
Okay. And then 5 more people. This is a long one for sure. We need steam cores, and we don't have enough people to do it. We don't have enough people to get steam cores. Very unfortunate.
To work. Let's get this shipment ready.
We know you have your own problems, but we have no one else to turn to. A disease is spreading among our people, and some of them will die if they don't get medical help that we can't provide. They would risk traveling to your settlement if you agree to cure them. In exchange for your help, they are willing to stay and work for you. They are great workers, more than willing to pull their weight after they recover. Okay. Okay. Between the scattered elements of the ship's structure, we find an engraved nameplate of USS Prometheus. This is all the remains of one of the dreadnoughts used to found Tesla City. The Great Storm has buried it under such a thick layer of ice that we have no hope of uncovering it. Perhaps a spring thaw will allow us to get to it someday. I mean, I don't think we succeeded in this one, but I'm still gonna let it play through.
That's it. Work's done today. Bundle up. It's getting colder. Get up, people. Our work won't wait.
2. We need 3. Actually, no. We still need more. We need more steel now. Our medical staff reports from shipwreck camp. These people are hardened and skilled workers. Their bodies carry numerous scars from injuries suffered while working in dangerous and sometimes toxic conditions. Nevertheless, they seem surprisingly healthy, although many of them currently suffer from various maladies caused by malnutrition and bad living conditions. However, we have food. We just don't have heat. The city, founded by a genius inventor, once protected by some kind of electric dome, fell into complete ruin. The most valuable resources were taken out before the Great Storm, and now only packs of hungry rats roam the streets. It may be worth searching this place again, but we must watch out, not just for rats, but for anything really. The place looks dangerous. Rest in peace. It's random. Unfortunately, such a thing is random.
Work's over for today. Time to get some rest.
Yeah. Definitely random. Okay.
Get up, people. Our work won't wait.
Okay. Okay. Steel. Okay. Yeah. A little more research for sure is required, but... Okay, so if I want more food, I gotta go to the hot springs. More coal, children's mine, and then shipwreck camp for more workers, is what I'm seeing here. A hidden graveyard. Sir, our people made a disturbing discovery. While preparing a place for a gathering post, they followed a path trodden in the snow which led them deeper into the frozen forest. They found a clearing with about 20 graves. One of them lies a captain's hat. Our people think that the ship's crew is buried here, presumably by the locals. Best not to talk about it. Yeah. I already know this is a wrap, but I'm still gonna let it play through. Alright. Yeah.
Rise and shine. Our work awaits.
Hmm. The borehole is working as intended, but we should never underestimate the power of our planet. The pressure rose faster than we expected, and there was a little accident. A few of your people got minor burns, and we lost some crops, but that's a small price to pay for living so close to this wonder of nature. Alright. Yeah. Unfortunate.
It's time to rest. You've earned it.
Very unfortunate. Yep, deposed. The band of grid men drags you out to the central ring. Crowd erupts with angry shouts. You are summarily judged and spared the death sentence in recognition of your efforts. You are banished from the city instead. I did my best. Well, that's a taste of On the Edge for right now. There's a lot to definitely take in. I'm going to have to do a little bit of research, and then I'll be back on this at a later date. Otherwise, for now, it's time to switch games.